congratulations for Dora in the search for Sol Dorado. I
Ooh.
love how you guys had great accents. Let me compliment you with that.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Ooh,
Muchas
thank
gracias.
you.
Oh, de nada. So let's talk about. I'm gonna start with you, Samantha. I mean Dora, or Dora. I mean,
Yeah.
what was it like for you to step into Dora's backpack?
I mean, she's such an iconic heroine for not only the Latin community, but for so many people around the world. So it was just, it's such a huge legacy. And obviously, there's going to be pressure because there's so many eyes on her and she's so known worldwide. But it was just, honestly, it didn't feel a lot of pressure though, because I try to be Dora in my everyday to-day life.
You don't try, you just are Dora.
Oh,
Like
thanks,
truly,
Jake.
she is truly Dora.
Thanks, guys. But it was really important to me that I instilled the same morals and characteristics that we know from Dora in the show and have that into this movie. Plus, you know, some things that we haven't really seen her go through. We see her in this arc go through a lot of things, and you know, Plan A doesn't go accordingly to plan, but she still finds a way to get through it, and she's so determined, and she has such a spark and such a drive to get this objective and to find Sol Dorado, and I think that's just such a beautiful thing, and I'm so honored to get to be a part of that.
Well, I loved it. I loved your performance in
Thank you.
Dora. And let me start with you guys. We'll start with Jacob, then Mariana, then Acston, and answering on how you can share with people that how your character contributed to the new Dora adventure.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, I think Diego contributed a decent amount. He's kind of there. I don't know. He's in the background sometimes. We see him from time to time now, but he's truly just always there for Dora. For whatever she needs. Dora is the rock star. I am the posse, the little groupie. No, but like I'm truly Dora. There is no Diego without Dora.
There's no Dora without Diego.
And we just support each other throughout the whole movie. I make sure that she doesn't get ahead of herself. I make sure that she's safe at all times. And I'm there for her when she needs me most. And when she's down on herself, I could be there to support her in any way possible. And I feel like that's just what family does.
Yeah, I feel like Naya, at least for the audience, provides a more relatable kind of character in this situation. But I feel like for the group, she is, I mean, she's the other woman in this group. And I feel like it's super important that we kind of had that like sisterhood going on and supported each other. And, you know, Naya is scared. She has a wallop. She's had a wallop, and it isn't until she goes on this adventure that she starts slowly breaking that down and realizing how much power she has. And there comes a time in the movie where they all turn to her, and it's her time to shine. And without that moment happening, without Naya stepping up, we wouldn't have made it past to the next trial. And
completely agree.
So every single person of this posse is important to finding Sol Dorado.
Yeah.
I think Sunny contributed.
Oh no!
Listen, you don't know. Maybe Goldtooth would have gotten us if you didn't knock him out with that rock.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
And
He's the muscle. He's the brute of the.
Yeah,
Of
he's
the
the
group.
muscle of the
definitely.
group.
Oh yeah, at the gym like 24/7. It's
Oh,
crazy.
this
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah,
Well, I
he's
don't think we
always
would have
mobbing
been
us.
as entertained if it wasn't for Sunny. I mean,
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're definitely the comic relief bud.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, 100%.
and just like carrying the backpack the whole time.
Caddy.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
those
our
backpacks
caddy.
Important
were
helper.
Super
heavy.
important
I
helper.
will say that. Those backpacks that me and Acston were rocking, and Samantha, they loaded it up for real. So that we can feel the weight on our
Oh
shoulders.
yeah. Oh yeah.
If we didn't feel it already being these characters.
It's the real deal, you know.
Yeah. And remember that Sunny did hold Diego while he was drugged. So I mean, you can't do that.
Exactly.
You know what?
Oh.
There
When
you
hit
go.
him with the dart,
100%.
you held it
And this
back.
guy, he was
Oh.
slapping me, like for
He
real.
was very
was just
concerned for your
boom, boom, boom.
well-being, you
Yeah,
know?
he was trying to wake me up, but like, he was having
You
too
were
much
gonna
fun
reach for
slapping
that
me.
blow dart again, and if it weren't for me yelling at you to no, we might have had somebody else get knocked out.
Yeah.
But it was super fun, and you sacrificed that golden llama at the end.
That's true. That was a
You
huge
know what I
moment.
mean?
I wouldn't have personally.
Yeah, I
but-
mean that shows your growth right there, bud.
Yeah, exactly. Can I just compliment on the reminder to us as an adult watching this film that we have to put aside being afraid and maybe step up on our curiosity to move
Yes.
on, and gives us courage to have excitement.
Truly.
yeah. Yeah.
Truly, yeah. A lot of times I feel like we take ourselves too seriously in this world.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so much fun to be had as long as we keep ourselves open to it.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I think you see this a lot in this movie, and especially us too. Like we're playing like teenage Dora, Diego, and all these characters that we're on these adventures, and still people in real life are telling us to be more serious, get a job, do all these things. And chasing a dream like acting is something that takes a lot of courage.
Yeah.
So seeing a movie where going outside the comfort zone, doing these crazy things is fun and exciting, and it's an exciting thing. I think it's just a great reminder to
Have fun.
Yeah.
exactly just
Just
like have fun with
more
everything.
fun.
Yeah.
I feel like we would all be just a titch a little happier
Yeah.
if we just had more fun. And I think part of like the IU idea is just be more empathetic for people and more caring and giving. And just I think we get so caught up with however we're feeling about ourselves that we forget to think about other people and just like be interested in what somebody's telling you, like ask questions, be curious, because those are the people that want to be around you. And I think you need a good support system in your life, and that's what Dora realizes. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in a physical presence. For example, Diego does leave to college at the end of this, but she realizes that a support system can be thousands of miles away, and you could have such a strong relationship in, any sort of long distance relationship.
Yeah. I feel like Naya is the embodiment of like taking herself too seriously.
Yes.
When like what you were saying, Jacob, and as we see in the film, she is taking herself too seriously, and she's unhappy doing so. She's in a job that doesn't make her feel good. She is stuck, and it isn't until she goes and follows that childhood wonder that Dora brings that she finally starts to step into her own and feel like herself. And I think that goes to show that that's for all adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I feel like just all I have to do is just have fun, be positive, and just have a good time.
Have a good
Yeah.
time all the
Just have a
time.
good You heard it from him.
Always a great
He said it
time to have a
best.
great time.
Yeah.
Agreed.
We have time for one more question.
Well, in that case, whoever wants to answer this one, what do you think makes Dora so magical?
Dora,
That's
Oh gosh.
what makes you so magical?
No pressure.
Tell them how magical you are.
Well, the Emperor's bracelet, obviously. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding. I just think, when it comes to even the original show and this movie, she will always be la exploradora. She will be the adventurer for not just kids, but for adults. She's the person to be a beacon of light and hope and curiosity and the yearning to always know more, always learn. She's, bilingual, our bilingual queen, so she's always bringing in different cultures, and I think that's what community is about. And I think that's what being human is about. So that's why Dora is la exploradora.
We could always strive to be more like Dora, truly.
Yeah, agreed.
for sure.
Well, thank you so much. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias
A
a
ti, a
ti.
ti.
Muchas
Que tengas
gracias.
un buen día. Chao, chao. Nos vemos.
Gracias.